Okay, so as promised, here is the funding pips video. As you can see, congratulations, passed 8%, 25K challenge. Uh, Start date April 17th and date May 1st. So, as the title says, I use a different strategy to pass this one. It's very unique, but it got the job done. Um, as you can see, the equity curve here, very healthy, goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down, goes up, pass. All right, this is what your equity curve should look like going up, coming down, because obviously you're gonna have losses, but going up, coming down. But when it goes up more than it goes down. That means you have a positive, obviously, risk to reward and a positive win rate. So let's look at some of the stats. Average loss 177, average win 196, win ratio 71%, profit factor 1.88, right? Number of days, 8 days, 22 trades taken. Um, Biggest win, look at this. Biggest win, 1,142. Biggest loss, 429. All right. Biggest loss is 2%. Biggest win is 4%. Um, you can see the results by day here. First day was a little over 1%, a little under 2%, 2%, loss of 2%, and then 4%. This was done trading only gold, uh, da, 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 mostly buys, some sells. All right, but here are the trades. So first, let me go over the strategy. So basically what I did was each trade was risking 2%. But what I did was I split each lot into four, right? And put four different take profits. So the first take profit is 20 pips. The second one is 50 pips, which is halfway through the the risk to reward because I use a 50 pip stop loss. So 50 pip stop loss, 100 pips take profit. The third take profit is 100 pips, obviously. And then the fourth one, this is important, the fourth one, you leave it open, right? And this is what helps increase the risk to reward. Now, let me show you exactly what I mean. So the first trade, it was, let's see, does it say how many lots? I don't think so. The commission was 0.40. Anyways, so it was a 2% trade, right? So look, the first take profit was $60. The second one was 139. After that, I moved my stop to break even, and what happened? They hit break even. So this is the first trade, four sells, right? The next one, four buys, right? Same thing again. Take profit one, take profit two. I moved my stop loss. It hit break even. So what's happening is if I was trading like one lot, right? For these first two trades, I would have made no money because I would have moved my stop to break even and then boom, all the profit is gone, right? But because I'm taking bits of the profit as price moves, right? I'm still ending positive and increasing my win rate at the same time, right? Now, let's say I'm risking 1 to 2. If you're risking 1 to 2 and you split your TPs up into about four, it will no longer be a 1 to 2, right? But here's a secret. That's why with the fourth take profit, you leave it open, right? Because let's see. Okay, here's one. So right after the buy, I took a sell, right? No, I entered a little late, so I let the I entered about 10 pips late, so I let the first take profit run to the same level as the second take profit to try to make up for it. So first and second take profit, $93. I moved my stop to break even. It hits the third take profit, right? And then the fourth take profit, it runs and it runs all the way to 2%, and then I close it. So in total, this trade was about 4%, right? So it still ended up being a 1 to 2 because I left the last trade open to run as much as possible. Sometimes it might come back and hit your break even, but because you take the first three, you still end up taking about, you know, 1% of what you risked. So 2% in this case. Um, let's see. A buy. This one just hit stop loss, right? Um, so this one hit TP one, two, three. Then we had a loss right here. And then because I remember from the last video, when I'm up, well, no, this one was risking 2% as well. This one was risking 2% as well, I think. Yeah. So for the final trade, because I was already very close to the um the goal of passing, I decided not to to risk the to split the TP up into four because it was a sell, and you know you don't know when a trade is going to win, right? But I was like about 80% sure it was going to win from prior knowledge of trading gold because as you can see, I literally own the trade gold. So I said in my head, okay, this trade is definitely going to win, right? But you should never do that, by the way. You never know where a trade is going to go. It might look like it might do something, but again, I've been trading gold for a long time. So I told myself, okay, I think this trade looks very good, like an A plus setup. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to split it up into four, sorry. I'm just gonna let it run to 2% and then close to finish the challenge, which I did. It went to 4% or 2RR, which is 4% because I'm risking 2%. And the challenge was passed. Also, again, what do you notice about these trades? They're all taken on different days: 17th, 18th, 22nd, 23rd, 29th, 30th. One trade per day. That's it. Because obviously you're risking more. So in order not to fail with the daily drawdown, you need to risk one trade a day. That's it. So yeah, this was this one. Let me show you the, let's see, the phase two dashboard. Custom. Let's go to January. Okay, again, same thing. Curve dips, but it goes up more than it goes down. Average loss 500, which is 2%, again, because that was what I was risking. Average win 386, 71% win rate, again, profit factor. Now, here's the thing, just remember I said it helps, well, here's the thing. I want to go to this first. So the benefits, your equity curve is going to be smooth, right? Less stress psychologically because you're taking profit as price move, and it allows you to use more risk. Now, what do I mean by these things? Right? A smooth equity curve. So instead of price going up 2%, down 1%, you're going, let's say, for example, up 0.5%. You might be down 1%, up 2%, but it's not going to be in one direction, right? Now remember, if we were using just one lot and closing full at TP, let's say you had three break-even trades for your first three trades, you would still be at 0%, or probably less because of commission and and swaps and slippage. But if you were using this strategy, right, where you move your stop loss to break even at 1-to-1 RR, which is 50 pips, if you're using a 50 pip stop loss, those three trades you had, you would have probably been up like 2% or more, right? So that's that's what I mean when it's less stress psychologically, because it's like even though price goes up and it comes back down, you still make money. But if you didn't, you would tell yourself, "Wow, I just had three trades. They almost hit TP, but they didn't and came right back." You might start over trading. You might start self doubting. You might say, my strategy just isn't working, which might lead to bigger mistakes, and then you boom, blow the account, right? So that's why it helps with your psychology and a smoother equity curve. And because you're taking profit as you go up, you can use more risk. So for example, I used 2% for both phases. So as it goes up, I'm securing profit. So when it goes up and I hit break even though I hit break even because I'm using more risk, I still just gained 1%. If I was just using one lot, I would have had nothing. Drawbacks. Now, you have to kind of watch the trades to see where they're going. If you're someone that closes the TPs as they go, but you could probably just open four different trades, set the TPs, and then set some alerts when it reaches either stop loss, break even point, whatever. Um, Another drawback is you need a little bit more trades to pass. Because for example, if you're using just full lots, you could risk like 2% for the first trade, get 4%, then risk 2% again and pass in two trades. But the problem is, what are the chances of you getting two wins back to back just randomly on any given day of the week, right? Probably not likely, right? Because even if you got a 40% win rate, you're usually not going to get two winning trades or four winning trades or three winning trades back to back to back. Sometimes you get a win, you get a loss, you get a win, you get a loss, or whatever. So for the phase two, the first trade, it was a loss, right? Then the second trade, we came back, used less risk because look at the commission, 1.86, and then 1.0. So the risk was cut in half after I took the first loss. Why? Because trying to protect the account, right? Anytime you take a loss, you decrease your risk. So I use it again, and guess what? It was another loss, so now I'm down again. But in my head, I'm like, eh, I'm not worried, right? Because it's whatever. So what did I do? I opened four trades again with less risk. Again, cut the risk in half again. Because again, you could take your time. You don't need to pass these things in any amount of time. And I wouldn't suggest taking challenges if you need to pass it within a certain amount of time. It won't end well. Anyways, so I let that run. It hit all the take profits. I was back to break even. And then again, you shouldn't do this, but I saw a trade and I knew it was going to be a winner. So I opened it and I said, okay, I need 5% to pass, right? 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. So risk 2% and put the TP at look for about 2.5 RR, which is exactly what I did, right? I looked for 2.5 RR and boom, that was it. I passed. No, that's why the curve goes like something like this. Down, break even, pass. And all of this was done without even coming close to either my max loss or daily loss. Because, again, let's look at the dates. May 2nd, May 3rd, May 6th, May 7th. One trade a day. All right. That's the secret. If you only take one trade a day, I know it sounds like you might take time, but look, I passed this in how many days? From May 2nd to May 7th. It didn't take me that long because proper risk management will always pass quicker. Because let's say you're taking two trades a day, you pass, you get one win, you get another loss. It doesn't matter. All you're doing is using up your daily loss limit and potentially can blow the account. So stick to one trade a day. It might not seem like a lot, but it's safer for your funded accounts. All right. So again, this is the main point. You could risk 1% if you want. It might take a little bit longer, but it's up to you. I risked 2% because I was comfortable with 2% because I was comfortable losing the account. It's only a 25K account. It was like $200. So I didn't mind losing the account. All right. So I risked 2%, divided lots into four. When you enter them, put the TPs for each one, except the fourth one. You leave the fourth one open to let it run. This might go to 200 pips, 300 pips, who knows? Because, as I said again, price can really run in any direction. And if you stick to this and you stick to one trade a day and you let your trades run, that remember that's the most important part to this strategy being winning. In order for your trades to be positive RR, you need to let them run. So you do this, you let your trades run. Within a month, you should be able to pass your challenges. So yeah, that's the secret strategy. Um, I'm currently working on another account here. As you can see, it's up 3% right now. It's the week. Um, yeah. So if you guys want, I could do a video on this one as well. 44% win rate. Um, I took lots of trades on this account, but yeah, hopefully I pass it so I can show you guys the video for that one as well. But yeah, that's all for the funding pips so far. I also have one with funded next. I'll show you guys that one as well. But that one is also in the challenge phase, so hopefully I can pass it to show you guys. That one I'm using a different strategy again, but I'll post about that other strategy as well. But this is just one I use to pass these accounts. Um, I hope you use it and you can pass your own in the future. And yeah, so thank you for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, anything. Uh, I'll reply to whatever you need. if you need help with the strategy or whatever. But yeah, um, that's all for this video. Uh, I'll see you guys in the next one.